Right, so let's start. So this is here on the right. What you see is already the Human Design Mandala. This is just a different overview. And why do I want to tell you how life unfolds? So for the ones who come from the USOI, and they have heard Matthias say, we have the expression, experimentation, integration, transcendence. It's exactly the same that the Human Design describes with this rave mandala, or let's say the I Ching is describing as well. So we have here the initiation. So this whole wheel you can divide into quarters. So you have the initiation, you have then the experimentation, which would be here the civilization or the form. Then we have the duality, and then we have the mutation. So here would be the integration would be duality here is meant with bonding, relationships, and so on. And then transcendence or mutation is really the transformation into something new. I would like to make an example from a house. So imagine you want to create a house or build a house. And as you see here, these quarters, you can again then split here in the middle. So imagine like every quarter you then cut again in half. So the first half of the initiation quarter, or the quarter of the mind, as you can see here, the purpose is here fulfilled through the mind. So the initiation of mind. So imagine you want to build that house. So there is here in this first half just the thought of I want to build a house. Then the second half would be I now draw like an architectural drawing and bring this, what I have in my mind, into the 3D world. And I have like kind of like an initiation. It's like mind is coming down into form. So this is this whole quarter here. Then we have the architectural drawing, and here again in this quarter we have the form. So it's all about the form, the body, the physical, the material aspects. So the first half is, okay, I want to build a house. Which resources do I need to build this house? So people who have here activations, for them it's a lot about resources, yeah, getting resources, providing resources, sharing resources, and so on. And then we actually build the house. So this is the second part. For example, Matthias has here the 33 in his son. So for him, it's like the goal in his life is to really then leave something physical through a course, or through like maybe in the end like a university or whatever he will build. But it is something physical that these people who are born here really need to leave. And then we have not just had the thought about the house, we already have now built the house, and it is there in the physical and the 3D. And now it's all about that we think, okay, so I have the house, what do I do next? So I would love actually to live here with someone. So the duality comes up, the quarter of a relationship comes up, of bonding. And then the first half is, how do I want to live with someone else? How intimate do I want to be? Which boundaries do I need to set? And then the second half is to actually live it. So people who have lots of activations here, they are very, very social. They love bonding. They love to be with others. And then, of course, if you have done this, the last part comes, the mutation, the transformation. So meaning, okay, I have had the idea of the house, I built the house, I lived in this house with other people. Now something needs to change. And here the first half is the thought of, what do I need to change? What do I need to change in this whole yeah, like about the house, or how I want to live here in this house. And then the second half is to really letting go and changing it and transforming it. So this is the whole the whole part, how life unfolds. This is just one example, but you can put this into everything. Yeah, so you can say the child is born and is like here, it grows up, and then it starts living, it starts experimenting with the body. Oh, look, these are my hands, like, and what can I do with it? So it's form, like what can I do with my physical body? Then what can I do with others? And then how can I transform myself and again come to here a higher realization of a higher. So, and for this, I show you this overview. So as we saw, we have here the initiation, civilization, which is form and visibility. We have duality, which is interactions and relationships. We have the mutation, it's like destructing and new beginnings. But if we go even further back, so we have these 4 quarters, and the 4 quarters, the first quarter here of initiation is linked to the Pleiades. So meaning if you have one of these gates here and in this first quarter, it's kind of like you were born and the information that is coding your chart, like the background frequency is Pleiades. Yeah, so this is like, this was the part of the sky in that moment when you were born that is coding your chart. So there is this focus on the mind, on ideas, on awakening. This would be like, according to the human design teaching, would be your connection. And it would also mean that it's all about that you awake with your consciousness. And how you can work with this is because, as you can see here, it's a young energy and it's a reflector energy. It's all about observing. Through observing society or observing like a community, or you will see that when we come to circuitry, like which of the gates, all of the gates have different aspects that they link to. But in general, if you were born in this quarter here, it's all about observing, reflecting, bringing new perspectives to humanity, because it is the quarter of initiation. So by observing, you see what is needed, and then you initiate other people through the mind, through teachings, as it says here, through insights, and through mental clarity. Then we have here the quarter of civilization, and this is linked to Usa Mario. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So this is again then the background frequency. It's all about spirit. It's about grounding the spirit then here in the matter, in the form. It's about structuring. It's about leadership. It's about